and diseases on farms.
Hello, welcome to yet another wonderful edition of our program Business Today on Edo Broadcasting Service. I trust you've been having a wonderful time watching that video that actually underscored the impact of technology, fintech on the African soil. My name is Uncommon Emmanuel. Welcome to yet another expository program where we'll be looking at how fintech is shaping the business and the entrepreneurship landscape in Nigeria and in Africa. You agree with me that before, things that used to be very difficult, businesses, industries, a particular line of industry that used to be difficult, with the advent of fintechs, these areas have become so easy, and also entrepreneurs, smart entrepreneurs, have been able to take advantage of these areas, and they are making the business space better for all of us. We'll be looking at how fintech is influencing the business space in Africa and in Nigeria, and there are so many facts to talk about whenever we look at these issues. You agree with me that that is going only in Nigeria in 2024. Last year, the fintech deals in Nigeria, the Nigeria fintech market attracted over 47% of fintech deals in Africa. That's huge. So Africa is looking to Nigeria, and Nigeria is positioning itself to take advantage of the fintech sector. I'll not be discussing this alone this evening. I have my guest in the studio who is also a tech-serving entrepreneur, and he will be giving us insight about how tech is shaping the business. He's no other person than Effort Gimeri. Effort, good evening this evening.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, welcome. Now let's go straight to the conversation. Now let's look at fintech and how it is shaping the Nigerian business space, how it's shaping entrepreneurship, how it is redefining so many areas that hitherto was once difficult to break through. From your own perspective, Effort.
Thank you very much once again. Fintech I'm very, very, very glad it was happening regarding the fintech space in Africa. Fintech has come to stay. And I'm also very glad because African entrepreneurs and business space are beginning to embrace the impact of fintech and the adaptability. Fintech has really upgraded the way we do business in Africa. Before now, financial services was a bit difficult, challenging. Access to capital, access to funding was a bit difficult. But right now, with the latest fintech intervention coming from several tech companies, tech businesses, especially Africa, specifically, it's also happening in other parts of the world. But Africa has really taken the openness.
Yeah, taking the lead. Seems to be taking the lead globally.
Globally, in terms of fintech adaptability. Before now, there used to be a lot of restriction, fear, because of the Africa specifically, Nigeria is also known for fraud. So when you talk about transacting fund digitally, people are also very, very more skeptical. But people just also let not that they lose their guard or anything, but they just begin to embrace it because it's faster, it's easier, and I can get record, I can get track record. So fintech is the impact of fintech is so awesome in Africa. Yeah,
let's look at the startups. Only in 2023 alone, we have over 200 fintech startups in Nigeria. For me, that's huge. It's as if the average Nigerian mind is coming up with a lot of ideas, and fintech seems to be the vehicle through which they are actualizing this. Now, let's look at it. How are Nigerians keen into this space? Over 200 startups that actually came up from the fintech sector alone. Let's look at it. Do you think Nigeria is doing justice to this particular sector, or you think there's still more room for us to take advantage of?
Nigeria is actually at the leading phase of fintech development across Africa, because business transactions was a bit difficult, because before now, doing business with somebody outside the Nigerian boundary was a problem, because people don't, there's not like a trusted service, and even with trusted service, you must have some level of you must have done some level of transaction, or you might have got some one or two requirements. There must be something you have to get to do business. Right now, somebody can just start up a business today and begin to accept funds from any part of the world. or just maybe using one of the payment fintech platform, whether Flutterwave, Money Points, or any fintech app. Before now, I can receive payment from anywhere around the world. So fintech intervention has really helped African business to skyrocket, and Nigeria specifically is really taking that lead. There are a lot of startups and Nigeria fintech startup has also impacted the world, so that international capitalists, international global founders, they are coming to the African market and looking at, okay, Africa is really fintech is really growing fast. Because people they expect it to go this way, because looking at Africa is also known for
certain challenges as well,
government
bureaucratic issues.
But with
institutions, we see these as a threat to their brand. Do you think they should see it as a threat, or they should see it as something they can also adapt? Because like you said earlier on, you talked about the fact that banking has become easier than it used to be. Traditional banks, you do a lot, you open an account, but with these fintechs that we have now, in the space of 30 minutes, you can open an account, and also you can even have an account with your mobile number. You can even it's seamless.
Yeah.
And let's look at how this seamlessness is impacting efficiency in small businesses, especially here in Nigeria.
You know, one of my business mates says something. He says that in the global space of entrepreneurship right now, speed is a competitive advantage. What that simply means that whatever service you are providing, if there's no seamlessness, there's no speed, there's no speed at whatever you are doing. In order for you to get patronage or get people using that such platform, may be very difficult. And like they normally say, those who don't look ahead will always be behind. Most of these traditional platforms, they new kind begin to adapt and begin to change. I don't want to mention it, but they begin to adapt and begin to make some changes regarding their platform. But it was a bit too late. I have to fill a lot of documents, go to do a lot of verification to even get my funds. But with the look of some of these fintech platform right now, I can get my bank statement. I can see my transaction history very easy. With my face alone, I can conduct any form of transfer. I can include any form of security. So I don't need anybody. There's a little bit of limitations. So it's very important that this fintech platform, they have come to stay. But the only fear people may become...
Now, before we talk about fear, let's look at the benefits, because for me, I think the benefits will far outweigh the challenges that may be brought up by by using this platform. Now let's look at the issue. You talked about speed while you were speaking, talking about how this has given a lot of brand speed and how they can also move forward. Now let's look at how these platforms, how Africans, how they are be able to use this platform to improve the economy generally, improve the sector of Nigeria. How do you think these fintech companies are improving the lot of Nigeria and also improving a lot of Africans?
Fintech platforms are really, we talk about improving a lot of Africans. Some people, I don't know, for some reason, people just trust some of these fintech platforms.
Or you think they'll be tired of the trust?
Especially with the COVID, during COVID, this thing started from during the pickups. Because I have to maybe come and drop my BVN or come and get my bank statement, and bank were closed. You get my point? So that's COVID was one of the things that's really led
one of the key drivers.
Key drivers, and another thing is during the money scarcity period.
The current change of currency.
And also these financial services or these fintech companies seem to have created employment for a lot of Nigerian youths.
A lot of persons will disagree with you, because these fintech platforms don't have offices. And in a traditional bank, for instance, you see a branch of a bank that has about between 15 to 30 30 employees, staff in that particular branch, and they have that branch, say, about 30 or 20 of them in a state. So if you have 30 staffs in a bank and you have 10 in the states, that's about 300 persons. Then multiply that by 36 states and you do the calculation. But for most fintech, they don't have offices. Seeing how are entrepreneurs reacting to this loan platform? Can get a loan. Seeing how are entrepreneurs reacting to this loan platform? Can get a loan to start off a business without bringing those cumbersome process that the average bank will require. How are Nigerian entrepreneurs
of them? I was going through a testimonial recently about some entrepreneurs who were sharing some platform that serving on, I think, on a social media platform about